I address the reptilian concept, which has been, of course, the center of what David Icke has been doing, and we have certain differences. And Zachariah Sitchin's work, I talk about that. I'm in the tradition of these kinds of scholars. It is crucially important that this is not accepted as mere history lesson of the past. These motifs have a very great bearing on our age. I mean, you only have to look at your own mythologies. The trolls, the dwarves, the elves. Where do they all come from? Why is it that we, in our burial ritual, right, in the Christian world, when you die, there's a ritual of being put back into the earth? Ask any Zuni Indian, ask any Hopi Indian about the Hollow Earth. You know exactly what you're talking about. It's completely replete in all the mythologies of the world about underground cities. And in fact, Admiral Byrd from the United States Naval Air Force, right? He flew over entrances to the Hollow Earth. You have experts who know all about this, who've written extensively on the Hollow Earth. And caverns that sometimes go as far as 8 miles down, you know, with literally thousands of miles of ventilated shafts. Eric von Daniken has gone blue in the face trying to expose this. That these are caverns that some of them are not natural, some of them are carved with precision, with laser, tools. And these, I explain from the outset of my book, I go into this, it's a very important factor. And in fact, there was even a prohibition in the Bible about drawing the likeness of any being that came from under the water and from under the earth, actually. It's in the Ten Commandments even. And you will find that if you go back to Celtic mythology, there are talking about beings that inhabited the Hollow Earth and under the earth. Back again to the concept of secret budgets and secret societies, the governments of the world had long been seeking, because our pole shifted, and the earth topography has changed, so lots of the normal entrances to Hollow Earth have since changed, and some of them were in Antarctica, and therefore the ice on Antarctica makes it a problem now for people to visit there and go there. So the Nazis under the Adolf Hitler and the fascists that rule this country, namely the government, they have always been funding different individuals to try and go and reopen portals and to find entrances to Hollow Earth. So Admiral Byrd was simply an agent who had flown over there, and he had a large budget, and they took ships out there, and some people say that they discovered entrances to Hollow Earth. There's also Hollow Earth entrances in the north, and I've researched this for many years, and I actually know where a great deal of entrances to Hollow Earth are. Today, we have the criticism, and it's a correct criticism, that our scientific, technological abilities are far in excess of our psychological, spiritual, and emotional development. And many pundits, many activists, many scholars have said, why is this happening in our society? Well, again, there is a definite answer. It's because we've had a propulsion unit behind us, making sure that we are propelled towards technological advance at the cost of the other. Because this is not something, again, that would happen naturally, right? It just doesn't happen naturally, and if you see it happening in the world, it is because there's some artificial engineering going on that makes sure of this. And it connects to what I'm talking about, where the visitation of these beings has been moving mankind steadily forward in a technological way because they have an agenda.